Hey guys, hopefully the crackling has gone away. I don't know if it has. Hi, I don't know if I fixed it. I just reset everything. Let me listen now. Hey Bow Wow, I think I fixed it. Sounds good. Sounds good now. Audio sounds good. That's all I needed to hear is just a little bit like that. So it sounds good. Hi Red Lotus, how are you? Good to see you. Much better, says Rain Dancer. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. So we're gonna be listening to live radio calls. Hi Janie, how are you? Good to see you. Yes, the audio sounds much better. I don't know what that was. I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. So, but I got to say, the video looks crappy. The video looks crappy. I just switched off the Wi-Fi and I put it to cellular data. How are you, Gail? Good to see you. Hi, Starlight. Jackie girl, good to see you. Good evening. It should be buffering for a minute. It should buffer for a minute. It's okay. It's all right. I shut the Wi-Fi off, so it should just buffer for a little bit. It should buffer for a little bit. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. I shut the Wi-Fi off, and I'm just going on cellular data, so it should take a minute for it to recapture. I think we should be live now. We should be live now. Video's fine. Hi, Red Lotus. Thank you. Yeah, so I just wanted to shut down the Wi-Fi because sometimes the Wi-Fi is a little crappy over here. Um, Hi, Open Minds. DJ Beats, good to see you, Abraham. Thank you for joining. Hope everybody's doing good. So, Kia Ora says, Linda, how are you? Good to see you. How's everybody? Crystal Silverheart, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I know. I just had to. I had to make a quick adjustment. I just had to make a quick adjustment. So, hello from Brooklyn, Lauren. How's it going over there? How's everything going? It's kind of soggy tonight, right? It's a little wet and soggy tonight. So we have a missing person that they're searching for right now. Hello, Photo Core Pics. Good to see you. So right now they're searching for a missing, and they had the bloodhound out searching from the 4 to 12. So good to see you guys. Thanks for joining. Let me just share this onto Twitter. Hold on a second, guys. How's everybody doing? Difficulty breather. That's an aided case. She said a difficulty breather. Yeah, a little bit wet. 5 month old baby. So it's a 5 month old baby who's having difficulty breathing. I'm not in a limo. This is my car. I'm in my car. Why? It looks like a limo? I should put my limo hat driver, my limo hat driver on. So my cousin's a DA in Manhattan. Excellent, Lauren. Excellent. Hi, Lisa. How are you? Good to see you. Who's missing? We have a young child missing, I think 11 years old. So, hi, Honey Badger. So I'm going to turn the radio up a little bit. I'm going to turn the radio up so you guys can hear it. Let me know if the volume is too loud. Okay, I have the volume up now. Yes, it's much better, says Kim. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks, Kim. Appreciate that. Carpool karaoke, yeah, but just the only difference is there's no singing. Lizzie's listening to her police scanner in Colorado. So this is a cool thing to do because sometimes it gets really busy. Sometimes this gets really busy. So let me do a little bit more sharing. It's 5 a.m. in England. Oh my goodness. Wow, you're up early. Either you're up early or you're a late night owl.
Family 462 Chester, 462 Chester, Riverdale, Newport. Second floor.
Family dispute. This is one of the most dangerous calls. Family dispute.
States a hand injury, says his wife stabbed him in the hand.
Wife stabbed him in the hand. So it's a hand injury. Wife stabbed him in the hand.
34 with a knife, 462 Chester.
34 is an assault with a knife, 462 Chester. Wife stabbed the husband in the hand with a knife. So these are the most dangerous calls to go on. So yes, we're listening to the sergeant's going to go. Sergeant said, show me responding. Okay. She's telling all the officers to wear their seatbelts and arrive alive, but she's making a very fast statement. She's reading a little script. Yeah, you never know what they're talking about because the codes. Now, there's a unit that is already on the scene. So there's a unit on the scene, but they only have second floor. They don't have the apartment. But believe me, they'll get up to the second floor. They'll hear the screaming probably. Yeah, they're going to both go, Robert. They'll both go. Guys, invite your followers. Share it onto your social media. This is some cool stuff. Some people really like to hear this. Well, I'm only going to do about 30 minutes of this. I'm going to only do about 30 minutes of it. They're in the process, Crystal, of looking for the child. Hi, Anemone. How are you? Yes, I am very aware of it. I'm very aware of it. I'm very aware of that. People got to realize that if they do stupid stuff like that, they're going to wind up getting arrested. So, a really silly thing to do, and they're talking about making that a federal crime. But let's stick to the topic here, which is the call-ins, the live radio dispatch. We have an assault in progress. Female stabbed her husband in the hand, and we got units on the scene right now in the 73rd precinct. In the blue writing, at the bottom, it describes New York City NYPD live radio calls, 73rd, 75th precinct. Division is 25 for anybody that wants to listen on a scanner. If you have like an internet scanner, just plug in either 7375 precinct or division is 25 on New York City Police Radio. Okay, here we go. I got noise in the background. I don't know, Gail. It was from... Hey, we got screaming in the background. I'm going to turn this up a little louder. So there's a unit on the scene there. How do operators train? Yeah, there's special training, Tori. They go through a little mini academy, like it's a communications academy. Here we go. Here's the unit.
Yeah, you got a bus coming over here?
He's looking for an ambulance.
Okay.
What's the ETA?
Somebody's hurt.
2 minutes out.
Somebody's hurt real bad. So he's asking for, do you have a bus coming? The bus reference is to an ambulance. Lieutenant's asking if they need help. Okay, now there's a sergeant there and a lieutenant. So there's definitely going to be an arrest here. There's definitely going to be an arrest. Hello, New York City Urbanista. Good to see you. So definitely an arrest here. Either the female's going to go or both. You're welcome. You're welcome. For those of you who are the naysayers, Here's my, this is my actual duplicate of my badge right here. And then, yeah, it's a decent training that they put them through. And there's my retired ID card for those of you who are just joining that don't know me. Yeah, it's an assault by a wife. It's a family dispute. It's a family dispute, guys. Some of the most dangerous. This is in Brooklyn. It said. This is Tori. This is the precinct where Chanel Lewis lived, and this is the very precinct that I worked in. The reason I selected this precinct is because I know the neighborhood. I know it like the back of my hand. I did a decade of patrol. I did a decade of patrol. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? I'll pay you the $20 I promised for saying that. Yeah, 73rd, 75th precinct. In 1991, when I first became a cop, there was 2,200 homicides in New York City. And out of the 2,200, there was 350 in this precinct in Division 25 where I worked. So there was 350 of the 2,200 homicides in this one precinct alone. We don't even have 350 homicides in the whole city of New York. It's under 200 a year actually now. You know everyone. I know all of the locations and everything here. I know it very well. Hello, Greg. Good to see you. Hi, Greg. Good to see you. Thanks for joining from Pittsburgh. Winky Whispers. Hello, Winky. How are you? Red Lotus is here. Winky's here. Tori is here. Everybody's hanging out. So this is good. This is good. Guys, if you haven't invited, share it out. You can make a post on YouTube. You can post it on YouTube to all of your following if you guys have any. And you can also post it onto your social media. Hello, Alexis. Good to see you. Thanks for joining, Alexis. Thank you for joining. So I'm wondering where Joey is. Where's Joey Brooklyn? That's what I'm wondering. Where's Joey Brooklyn? So good to see everybody. Greg, thank you for joining. Chicago is crazy. I have never, Lauren, listened to the Chicago police. I don't even know what their radio codes or zone are. So I don't even know anything about Chicago. Crystal says she has more concern for the missing children. Hold on a second. Boyfriend was NYPD class of 91 for 10 years. Been an FDNY since 2001. Respect for you. Thank you, New York City. I graduated the academy in 91, so we probably went through the academy in the same time. There was 2 classes, though, in 91, so he might have been in later. I was in the April of 91. I'm actually coming up on my 28th anniversary. Here we go. Here we go. So there's 2 aides. Both of them are injured. So she's asking for a second ambulance because you can't put the same 2 in the ambulance that just stabbed each other. So you need 2 separate ambulances. So she's asking for the ambulance. The codes are definitely different between New York and Chicago. I've heard Chicago's out of control, but I don't know it for sure. I wonder where Joey 67 is. Where is my friend Joey? Where is my friend Joey? Where is he? Cinnamon Hot Hot is in the building. Everybody buckle in. It's Cinnamon Hot Hot. Your boyfriend's a retired Riker CO. Excellent, darling Nikki. I think we spoke once before. Yeah. Sleepy Joey. He was here before. I started a broadcast and it was crackly on the audio, so I had to restart it. So he was in the first one. All right, here we go. Yeah. Yes, Red Lotus. You can't put 2 people who have been fighting with each other in the same ambulance. It's a big no-no. It's definitely a dangerous situation to do.
7-3 Sergeant K. 3 Sergeant. Is that a confirmed 34 with a knife, K?
Confirm the assault. She just asked, was it a confirmed?
Okay, likely, not likely.
Not likely, Central. Just heavy bleeding to the
Heavy,
hand.
heavy bleeding to the hand. She asked if he was likely to die, and she said not likely.
Small laceration to her head.
So the female has a small laceration to the head.
Therefore, one big has small laceration to the head, female, and another big male has a laceration to the left hand.
So left hand laceration. Good night, Jenny.
Another bus roller for the female.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you for being in here. So this is exciting. So we have 2 arrests here. Yeah, she asked if they were likely to die. They didn't say likely to die. They just said likely, but that's just an abbreviation for likely to die. The dispatch just has to report how severe the injuries are to operations. Operations wants to know from dispatch what the condition of the aided is. Hi, Lenny. How are you?
What location?
Rockaway Central.
Rockaway?
The rush on it.
So once it gets quiet, I'll explain to you what all of that means. But right now it's a little busy. Hi, Dawn. How are you? Great to see you, Dawn.
7-3 Adam, okay?
She's calling for 7-3 Adam.
Is a rush on the bus, okay?
This guy's bleeding bad, so they're asking for a rush. Ambulance is still not there yet. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Good to see you, Lenny. Thank you for coming in. They both are probably going to go. Yes, obviously. There's going to be 2 arrests. It's a cross complaint. The female will go for stabbing him, and he'll go for assault. It's cross complaint. It's a cross complaint. Yeah. Thank you for that, Red Lotus. Thank you. Sometimes they are, and most of the times they're not.
7-5, DHS Sergeant.
Can you send me a bus to 116 Williams Avenue?
That's a shelter.
Pedestrian was hit. Can you send a unit over?
Homeless shelter. A pedestrian was hit. He's asking for a bus. So this is a separate call from another sector. See, he has a pedestrian hit in front of the men and women's shelter, 116 Williams. So he's asking for an ambulance that there's a pedestrian hit. She's going to ask him about the injuries next. Because what I was going to say is that the dispatch has to answer to operations. This is such an intricate, very, very complex communication system. And every borough, every division, see I put Division 25 right here. Division 25. Division 25. Every borough has different divisions, and every radio zone has different divisions. So they're rushing this guy to the hospital. So he is serious. He's lost a lot of blood. So they're actually blocking off streets to get him. They just ask what the route is to the hospital. When they do that, that means that somebody is in serious condition, that they need to get to the hospital. So they're actually talking about blocking streets off to give him a direct route straight to the hospital. The police will guide the ambulance there. Hi, Kelly. Good to see you. Welcome back, Elizabeth. Thank you for coming back. How do you know which borough? Well, I know Division 25 and the 7-3 Precinct 7-5 is the borough of Brooklyn. But there is available on Google. If you Google it, it gives you all the different boroughs broken down by division. So there's so many different divisions. Each command has their own channel. This is 2 precincts on one channel, Johanna. So not every precinct has their own channels. They share them. The 7-3-7-5, the 7-7, and the 8-8 shares it. So there's a whole bunch of different stuff. We're just concentrating on East New York, which is 7-5 precinct, and Brownsville, which is 7-3. Here's the helicopter. Aviation is up.
Aviation 17.
So I was calling you for in the confines of the 7-5 in regards to the special category missing on Flipboard. Do you have any updates?
This is the helicopter looking for the missing.
Sergeant 4 back now.
Yeah, can you just have aviation canvas over by the Brooklyn Bridge and also do a canvas down by East 54th Street and Avenue U in the confines of 6-3 precinct?
So they're asking them to check by the Brooklyn Bridge. They're asking them to check where I was the other night.
East by 4th Street Avenue, confines of the 6-3 and the Brooklyn Bridge, yes?
Brooklyn Bridge. So they want them to light up the bridge to see if this kid was maybe not, God forbid, thrown off the bridge. So they're checking the bridges. So aviation is up looking for this kid around the bridges right now. So sorry if I'm missing some of the comments. I'm just trying to concentrate on the radio. You're fighting off a migraine. I hope it goes away soon. Those are very brutal. Good to know Sacramento is tiny compared to New York. There you go. Whirly bird is up. The whirly bird is up. That's what we used to call it, the whirly bird. I like that. I like that. Okay, so they're off to the hospital now. They're on the roll with one of the suspects. One of the two are on their way to the hospital. Probably the female, because that was a female officer. We like to try to get female officers to go with female victims when possible, but sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes you have to send a male officer with a female, but we like to match up the sexes as best as we can. And the police, the NYPD is a large police department, so we're usually able to do that. There's usually enough guys and girls working. We call it the ghetto bird. There you go. Whirly bird is what we call it. We call it the whirly bird. You men have a tough job. You think so, Jackie? You think? I just invited the former police commissioner to this broadcast, Bernard Kerrick. So if the police commissioner, aviation is at the Brooklyn Bridge. Guys, by a show of hands, who's new on this broadcast? Who is just stumbling across this broadcast? I'd like to know if there's anybody new. If there isn't anybody new, no need to put up anything in the chat. But if you're new, let me know where you're watching from, your city and state, or your country, and I'll give you guys a shout out. Hi, Yvonne. Thank you for coming in. Welcome in. Loved my last video. Oh, loved the last video. It saved Robbie. Dylan, what's Duty Blue, man? I was just thinking about you today. I swear to God. I was thinking about you, mate, big time. Portland, Oregon. Welcome in. Trevor, cut it out. Smithtown, New York. There you go. Smithtown, New York. I got a couple of friends who live in Smithtown, right off of 347. Welcome in from Florida, Michelle. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Wow. We don't know, Kelly. We don't know. We don't know. Fragile Shadow, welcome in from LA. Welcome in from Canada. Thank you for joining, Ann. Please subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to the channel. Boogie Down Bronx. Thank you for coming in, Boogie Down Bronx. Good to see you, Ramundo. 347's right behind your house. Welcome in from the UK, Denver, Colorado. Houston, Texas, checking in. Yes, but you're not new. My home state's New York, upstate, but you live in Miami. Wow, my friend lives in Kendall, Florida, right outside of Miami. Another family dispute. Tyler, Texas. Welcome in, Lisa. Thank you. So there's quite a few new people here. Guys, I'm a retired New York City police detective, and we do a lot of different things here on my channel. I try to be as versatile as I can. I try to give you a good combination of a lot of different things. Hello, Debbie McCabe. Good to see you. Thank you for joining, guys. And if you can, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee. If after 30 days you don't like what you see, you can just unsubscribe to the channel. There's no shipping and handling, and there's no restocking fees. You don't get charged with any return. There's no return fees. So give it a try. Try the 30-day money-back guarantee challenge. Give it a try. I think you'll be happy. I think you'll be happy. I have a lot of people who will put up kind reviews on Duty Ron. We got a lot of people. Good friends in here that are happy and enjoying themselves. It's a drama-free. That much I can tell you. It's a drama-free zone. There you go, Jackie. There you go. Money back guarantee. 30 days. Okay, here's aviation, guys. Here's aviation.
17.
It's probably going to be negative.
5 Sergeant 4 by searches conducted. Brooklyn Bridge, stanchions, guy wires, roadway, walkway, and shoreline. Negative results. So it's going to
Negative results.
West 54 and Avenue U.
So he checked everything: the guide wires, the extension, the everything.
Right. Just have a canvas by the water.
Canvas by the water.
Canvas by the water also.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
17 red.
Canvas by the water. We'll say a prayer. We'll say a prayer, guys. You won't be disappointed, says Winky. He also has an African gray parrot that makes appearances now and then. There you go. We do. I'm going to go to the bird store Friday. Guys, I want to let you know, everybody mark your calendars. Friday at about noon, around noon on Friday, I'm going to go to the bird store for an hour. So I'll be at the bird store without the bird. I'll be by myself. I'll set up the camera on the tripod, and then we'll walk through the bird store. So.
Also, can you respond to 116 Williams Avenue after DHS requested DMS regards to pedestrian truck in the location there? And on our location?
Georgia 91.
10-4. 75 Sergeant Ray in regards to that pedestrian truck. 116 Williams Avenue.
My father has an African gray, says Alexandra. Nice. Yeah, my African gray is 32, going to be 32 years old. Fragile Shadow, thanks for the blue heart. Isn't it past your bedtime? I'm working until 6 a.m., so I'm going to be up all night. I'm going to be like Rhonda Shear, up all night. Calls for help. Calls for help.
Plate to the one on the cross. And that location has history of EDP as well as domestic violence, no voice contact, nothing for there.
There's a history of domestic violence at that location, but there is no callback. There's no callback. Hello from Bridgeport, Texas. Subscribed and loves the channel, says Jennifer Green. Thank you so much. Hi, Sonia. How are you? We have a lot of night owls here, don't we? How are you, Sonia? Good to see you. My friend Paper Angel ASMR. Guys, go give her channel a check out. She's a content creator. Check out Tori Hartman and all of her great stuff. Go check out Winky Whispers. She does broadcasting. All the friends and all my people that come in here. Red Lotus also does broadcasting. Especially Red Lotus will do a broadcast if I beg her. If I beg and plead with Red Lotus, she'll go live. So I might hit her up for a broadcast sometime in the near future. So go, all kidding aside, go and support your broadcasters. Go in there and check them out, you know, chat it up with them and see what they have to offer. Go and support all of the content creators on YouTube. They're out there doing a great job for all of us. And I, too, go around into all of them. The callback is so they can call back the person who called. So they're checking to see if there's a callback to the actual person that made the call. So when a police officer asks for a callback, they're asking for additional information. You know what I mean?
Are you saying 190 Hartman? Can you come in 2x2?
So 190 Wortman is a housing project. I used to work in housing.
75 Charlie?
Yeah, everybody loves Tori's channel. Tori has a wonderful community. Just like I have here, she's got a wonderful community. So I commend her on the wonderful community that she's built up there over a decent period of time. So she's really done a fine job with her channel. Here we go.
Aviation 70, go.
Before East 54th Street, Avenue U, conduct the rooftop area survey. Also do the search the waterways.
Searching the waterways and the rooftops in another area. So they must have some good information that perhaps this child could be in those locations. They don't just search random spots like that. No callback means that there isn't a number that the dispatcher or police can call back. That is correct. Excellent save, Robbie. Excellent.
25 hours.
It's all true. It's something that you do. I've observed and watched many of your broadcasts. I watched many replays back 6 years ago. I watched some of your old stuff, some of your in between, and a lot of your new stuff. So I've done some good due diligence on. I've done a little investigation on Tori Hartman, and she is 2 thumbs up. She gets 2 thumbs up from a retired NYPD detective. Not that that means anything, but she is awesome. She's awesome. 1 Adam 12. See the man, Frank says. So 1 Adam 12. Tori and Ron. It's like we're like 2 peas in a pod. All right, let me finish inviting on Instagram. It's so exhausting. I have to manually invite every single friend of mine from the internet. It's exhausting what I do.
Are you still out in regards to Newport? Yes.
3 days.
Anybody know what time it is in the UK? I think it's around 5 a.m. in the UK, right?
3 days ago.
Show us out Brookdale. We got to response David's job.
All right, so they're at Brookdale at the hospital.
Yeah, Jerry, I'm gonna call you. Stay arrest. Your response, David. 2 under Sergeant verified.
2 under. 2 under arrest. So she's just given them a midnight 27 as the arrest time. Here in New York City, it's 12:27. 12:27 a.m. So both of them are under arrest at 12:27 a.m. Tori, thank you for that. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you. Thank you, Deb. Thank you. Deco Paint, thank you.
3 days before by. 3 days before by.
We're going to make that happen sometime soon. Hello, Mark. Good to see you, Mark Mankind. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Mark, I'm just curious. Did you get the Instagram invite, Mark? Did you get the Instagram invite, Mark?
75 Charlie.
London's 527. Wow. I have nothing on that. I don't know anything about it. I'm just wrapping up the Karina Vetrano case, so I didn't even look at the news. I heard that he was killed, but I don't know anything about it. I really don't even know who he is. I never heard of him up until today. I didn't even know who he was. So that's how much of a small world I live in. I don't even know who he was. You got the Instagram invite. So it's good that I know that some of the people come in off of that Instagram. Tori, I'm curious. Do you invite on your social, like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter?
Search for the area in the vicinity of the mall and the rooftop, negative results. Search for the shoreline.
Negative.
Vicinity of the mall, also negative results.
All right, that's aviation saying it's negative results.
Roger that. Thank Aviation Central. Could you just check with all the any results?
So the sergeant said, thank you, aviation, for your help.
It's 84 confines of the 7375 Direct Patrol.
So they're just now patrolling around the 7375. That's the very division that we're listening to right here. He just said, show me on patrol on the 7375. So aviation is now patrolling that area. Just, in my neighborhood where my home is, where my residence is, we don't have helicopters flying around. The only time the helicopters are up is if there's some kind of serious accident or a serious injury that the person has to be medevac to the hospital. But this area where we're talking about is a very high crime area. Low income, high crime. It is unfortunately, as they refer to as the ghetto, and it is a really rough, tough place. Yes, Tori. We share the same division. Another family dispute. So it's just a verbal dispute, no weapons, no injuries. Just curious, is that East New York? It is, Mark. It's East New York.
Family dispute, you said you were going to the hospital?
The child is alone.
Disregard. Give it to the
5:30 in the UK. Thanks, Jennifer. Thank you. Please hit the like and hit the subscribe button. Most importantly, hit the notification bell and then hit the thumbs up. Please, 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 pretty please. Let me call Joey and see what his problem is. Let's see what happened to Joey. I hope Paper Angel ASMR is still here. That's what I hope right now. I'm praying for that. Let's get Joey on the phone. Oh, you're here? Okay. All right, then I don't have to call you. See, I got to call you when I don't hear you. Joey.
I'm in the broadcast.
All right, I know, but I got you on speaker, so don't say anything bad. Don't curse.
I won't say anything that we shouldn't talk about.
Do you want to say hello to the people in the audience?
I will say hello to the world because they're all our friends, and you know what? It's a pleasure to have each and every one of you join. All of us. I mean, we all get together, Monday nights, Tuesday nights, whatever. Our good friend Duty Ron goes live. He gives us great content. He shows us the way to be on social media safely, and he investigates some horrific crimes and brings us to us live each and every time. And you know what? I am the head of security, so I watch out there.
He is.
To make sure there's no jagaloons or any undesirables. But listen, all of you are our friends, and we really appreciate you supporting Duty Ron's channel. Everybody who comes and subscribes to my channel, I do appreciate it. The weather is getting better, so I'll be doing a lot of live out there. Coming up, it's springtime, and I can't wait to go live and show you my town and my stuff, and which is Duty Ron's town too. But we all do different things. So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining each and every time on the Duty Ron channel. Remember, if you have any questions, it's dutyron@aol.com. And thank you for subscribing, for his Patreon. Thank you for all the super chat. Thank you for everything, and we really appreciate it.
This is Joey Brooklyn, guys. Joey BKLYN _67. There's his Twitter. Subscribe to his channel. Check out everything that he's got going on. Joey Brooklyn is the man. He is the man.
Thank you so much, Ron.
And not only is he the man, he is a personal friend of mine. So he gets 2 thumbs up as well. I've broken bread with him numerous times, and we're going to do it more in the future. And we're going to do broadcasting together, him and I, in the summer when the weather gets nicer. So.
Yes, and it's coming.
Excellent, excellent.
And you know what? I love YouTube, and I love the YouTube community. I was on another application, but YouTube really opened their arms to me, the YouTube community. And I love my other community too. But I want all those other people from the other app to come over to YouTube because I just think YouTube is much more professional. They care about their broadcasters. They care about the viewership to make sure that they're safe and sound. And for me, this is my new home. And I just want to say, thank you to everybody, subscribing to me.
I love this guy.
Subscribing to Duty Ron.
I love this guy, Joey. I love him. Yeah, guys. So Joey BKLYN _67. He is the man. He knows everything about New York City and Brooklyn, all about the Italian heritage. He's a man of the cloth. He is a very, very respectful gentleman. And I got to tell you, he's somebody that you need to look into. You guys need to check him out. Thank you for the super chat, Meg. I appreciate that. We're gonna have
Meg. How you doing, Meg?
We're gonna have lunch really soon, me, Joey, and Dutch, and we're gonna do live.
Definitely. This week, next week, we'll figure it out, Ron, as we always do.
We're gonna do it, guys. Whoever sends the super chat gets obviously one of these signed by me on the back as my way of saying thanks. It's just something that I've always done. I always like to thank people for their generosity. It's not worth anything. This is just a collector's card. So this is what I send out to all my super chat people. Send me an email at dutyron@aol.com. You got to just provide me with your home address, and the last 4 of your social security number. I'm only kidding about that. Just your home address, and I will send out one of these cards to you. It's a get out of jail free card, providing you don't rob a bank. That's it. There you go, people. Anyways, I'll cut it off with Joey. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joey BKLYN_67. Everybody go subscribe to him. Let's mass subscribe to Joey right now. Let's get him up to 1,000. I want him at 1,000. Let's get this guy monetized and get him out there going. Because let me tell you something. This summer, he's going to blow you guys away. With the stuff that he does, he's going to blow you away. Rachel, thank you so much for the super chat. Coming in with the super chat. Rachel Thorne.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for that.
Thank you. And Deblina, thank you for subscribing to Joey Brooklyn_67.
You see, Ron, the people that are watching you right now, we don't consider them viewers. We consider them
family.
Friends.
They're friends and family. Friends and family. Yes. Yes.
Friends and family. Absolutely.
There you go. There you go.
So welcome to the Duty Ron family. Okay,
go.
Ron, I'm going to be jumping into the broadcast and monitoring.
Joey, I'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Bye-bye, my friend.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
All right, that was Joey BKLYN67. Anybody else that wants to call in, you're welcome to do it. I just can't give out my number. So thank you to the super chat. Thank you to people in the super chat. I appreciate that. NYPD has a very close-knit family. Hello, Hio. Veggie Vibes. Good to see you. You shouldn't be lost. I don't know why you're lost. You want me to get the helicopter up? Tonka, thank you for subscribing to Joey Brooklyn. There you go. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Finally figured out why they dropped the donut part. Because they sell too much more than... They sell much more than donuts now. They're trying to go on a health kick. Just like McDonald's when they added the salads to their fast food. Like all of a sudden McDonald's is now something healthy because they offer salads. I don't know. Duty Ryan, reporting for duty. Good to see you, Duty Ryan. How are you? Meg, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you. Guys, everyone follow Meg's Daily Dose. She subscribed to her channel. She goes live as well. I'd like to go and support everybody that I can. I can't promise that I'll get into all broadcasts, but trust me, when I get free time, I go around and check everybody out. Paper Angel ASMR, she's a good one. Tori Hartman, fantastic. Winky Whispers, Duty Ryan, he goes live sometimes as well. Red Lotus, I beg her and she goes live. Winky Whispers is adorable. Winky Whispers is adorable. Dylan Schrader goes live. Duty Blue, that is. He goes live. You've got mail. You've got mail. You've got mail. I don't know who this is calling in, but somebody's calling in right now. I'm afraid to answer this because I don't recognize the number. I don't know who that could possibly be. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to take it. I'm not going to... Tori's calling. Is this really Tori? Hello, Tori. It wasn't Tori. It wasn't Tori. Whoever it was hung up. I did answer it, and I just heard feedback in the background. So I tried to answer it, but you were gone. Try it again. It's Hio, Veggie Vibes. It was not you. It was not you. Tori tried to call in and then somehow got disconnected. So, a few people I've exchanged numbers with. Hello, my dear. How are you, Tori?
Hey, what's going on?
Guys, it's Tori Hartman on my phone, on my broadcast. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? That's exciting.
You call in.
That's awesome. I love it, Tori. Listen, guys, let me just tell you a little bit of, if you don't know this woman, you know, she's a jack of all trades. She is awesome. In my book, she's awesome sauce. And to come from a former New York City police detective, like, I am totally into intuitive people. I'm into the cards. I'm into the chakra. I'm into all of that stuff. Way in the past, before I went live, I used to watch people on Periscope. That's a Twitter live app. And I used to watch all these ladies and gents do the card readings, and I was intrigued by it. I never got a reading until about a year ago, I had one of the girls that I know do a reading for me, and she blew my mind. And she did it over the phone, and it was mind-blowing for me, the information that she had, the information that we connected with was insane. So I got to tell you, I wasn't a believer, and in the beginning, I was kind of, let me lower this, I was poo-pooing it for a little bit, not bad, but I was just, I was against it. And one of my best friends, his name is Glenn Dove. He is, he does the, what is he? He gives the readings where he talks to the dead. What are they called, Tori? Help me out here.
That's a medium.
Yeah, he's a psychic medium. Right. His name is Glenn Dove. He's very famous. He's got a waiting list over a year old. He's in there with the, what's the very famous guy that's so hard to book? He had the show.
Oh gosh.
I can't think of his name.
John Edwards?
Yes, he's friends with John Edwards. He's friends with the Martin Van Eprom or whatever his name is, the other short guy with the mustache, the thick mustache.
Okay, now you're testing me.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a whole community of these people. And this guy is a good friend. I've known him for 30 years. And I take all of my friends, you know, of course, unfortunately, I have widows from the police department. My partner, as you know, was shot and killed in 1996. So his wife I took to this guy. I took my stepmom when my father passed away. A year later, when he passed away, she waited a whole, like, 12, 13 months. And then she went to him. The guy is unbelievable. But Tori,
very comforting.
Yeah, it's
very comforting.
Very.
When you get a chance, and the thing is that if you're an outsider on that, you don't know, because a lot of people just go, oh, that's fake, but you know what? At the end of the day, if it helps somebody,
right?
You know, and you walk away. I had that happen when my dad died. I was just destroyed, and I remember going to somebody, and I thought, wow, my dad's really in the room. Mm-hmm. And it was just a game changer for me. Like, I was able to move on, because I really think when it comes to losing a loved one, and I know I've said this, I know you've heard me say it, but it really is, we either choose to die because they died, or we live because they lived. And that level of comfort can be a huge difference.
Absolutely. And I saw it firsthand with not just my stepmom, with a widow of a police officer who had a 3 and a 6-year-old son at the time, and was left to raise these boys without their father. You know, he was shot and killed in 1996 on March 14th. And my badge that I have, 4503, this badge that I'm holding up, showing everybody in the audience here, this is his badge number. His wife asked me to take it.
I was going to ask you if that was his.
Yeah.
How does that work, Ron?
Well,
like, do you...
Well, what happened?
How did you get it?
What? That's a very good question. Okay, so his police officer, the white shield, the silver or whatever you want to call it, the white shield we call them, police officer's badge. His police officer badge was 4503. I could not get that for me. When I got promoted from a police officer to detective, his wife wrote a letter to the police commissioner and asked if it was okay for me to have this number on my detective shield. And the police commissioner, who was Bill Bratton at the time, he okayed it. I have the letter at home framed from him, and it had to be authorized by the police commissioner. But his widow wrote the letter and said, if you would be willing to do it, if you're not freaked out by it, I think Kevin, that was his first name, Kevin would be watching over you in your...
And you know what? I can't believe you said that, because I was thinking, wow, there are a couple points where, you know, just my hit on that he was watching you when you could have really been in danger, and you just made a good move rather than a foolish step. Sometimes, and people, I don't know if you believe in, I'm getting truth bombs as I say this to you. You know, I really believe that the people that leave too soon often come back to protect us.
They linger. They come back. They come back.
Because they want to make sure you're safe, and it's kind of like an honor thing too that I feel. You know.
Yeah, I didn't feel any weird or oddness about it. It just felt right. That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah, I totally get that hit, and I think you know, one of the things, and for everybody listening as well, one of the things we have to remember is that, you know, you guys are putting yourselves in the line of duty, in the line of fire every day. Like, I want everybody to imagine that's like, you know, running into the burning building. Like, we just walk down the street, but like these guys run into the fire. So when I say that, it creates a spiritual bond that's bigger than, and it's almost enviable for some of us. Like, I know for me, it always, whenever I used to, years ago when I grew up in the village, you know, we used to hang out with the cops in the park because beat cops were, you know, in New York City.
Right.
They were family.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And they set you straight as kids, you know, they really,
right.
You know, they'd say, no, don't do this, do this.
Right.
They were kind of like our street teachers.
Right.
And, you know, we always wanted to be a part of it. And I remember such fond memories. And I think I said this the other day in one of your broadcasts. I said, you know, when I moved to LA, it's a military type police force.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not on patrol.
Right. I've been to LA. I've seen the police there.
And it's just completely different where the NYPD, you know, they were walking the streets with us, you know, so it was a very different...
Community policing, you know, Tori, community policing, which the NYPD embraced many, many years ago. Community policing is alive and well in New York City. The powers that be, you know, and when I say the powers that be, I'm talking about our commanders, the upper echelon of the police department. They are passionate about community policing and about neighborhood policing and about, I show all the time, and Joey Brooklyn, who was just on the phone with me, he is a resident of Brooklyn and he is a lifetime resident of New York City. He knows our police department goes out at Christmas time with big vans and bus loads of toys and goes into the inner city and delivers toys to the kids in full uniform with hundreds of police officers volunteer. Some of them are not even getting paid. The ones that are operating the buses and the heavy equipment and the things that are needed to move, they have to be on the payroll. But there's some of them that come and volunteer and get into uniforms and you know, Santa Claus and costumes of like Power Rangers. And I did a broadcast this Christmas that just passed. Unfortunately, I wasn't on YouTube at that time, but I did it on my Periscope account. Now, Tori, my Periscope account has 10,000 followers on it. So
we just have to get them over.
Right.
We'll just, you know, we'll talk offline and stuff. But I want to tell you a story though that everybody will appreciate. I brought a friend to New York with me. She's a gal who's a writer, and I wanted her to see New York. She's a young girl, and this was like last summer. And I said, oh, she said, where should we eat? Where's the place to eat? And we're walking in Times Square. I said, oh, there's two cops. And she said, what does that have to do with food?
Well,
I
ask
said,
them.
they know where all the restaurants are.
Of course. We know all the good food.
So I go over, I go, excuse me, officers, can you tell us the best Italian food? And they go, oh, yeah. And they told us where it was, kind of a nook and cranny place. And we went, and my friend was like, how did you know they'd know? And I said, they always know all the places
right,
to eat.
Right, yeah.
So that's a tip.
Yeah.
If you come to New York, ask the cops where to eat because they know the best places. And we were sitting there, Ron, and I swear there were like five officers that came in the course of half an hour eating.
That is fantastic. I love those kind of stories because, you know, the funny part about this story is that I have been on the opposite end of that numerous times. I've worked Times Square details. I've worked many New Year's Eves. I've worked many parades, you know, the Thanksgiving Day parade, the New York City Marathon, and people will come from all over the world and say, hey, same question. Where can I get a good good dessert? Where can I get a good cup of coffee? Where can I, you know, things of that nature is just like right up our alley. And then the pictures, like if you go to LA and you go up to a cop in LA and say, hey, can I take a picture with you? They kind of look at you funny, like, hey,
they glare.
Are you kidding me? I'm here to protect and serve. I can't. Whereas in New York City, the cop will put his arm around you and give your kid or if you're two girls, they'll give you his hat and they'll let you put the hat on and take a picture with him.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's encouraged.
It's a totally different experience.
Right, and that's encouraged by the upper brass to do that because they want the tourists and the residents and the people to have a relationship with the police, you know?
Well, at the end of the day, we're all in it together, and
We
I
need
think
you.
that's always the attitude I felt from the NYPD.
Right.
I mean, I always felt like, you know, they had my back because they were the ones who were the professionals, but, you know, I always felt because they had my back, I was always protective of the police officers. And that counts for something, because that means if we see something going down, we're going to call 911 for you.
Right, right.
You know, so it's a whole different mentality when you understand you're all in the same boat. You know, it's like that Martin Luther King quote that said, you know, we may have arrived on different boats, but we're all in the same ship now.
That is correct.
And I really feel that way about NYPD, and it had such a powerful impact on my childhood.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I got another funny story for you, and then I'm going to let y'all go, because you want to hear Duty Ron, not me, because he's sad. But,
listen, I think these guys love us just equally, and I think they're a little bit more partial because you're a lot easier to look at than I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but they don't have to look at me, and I think you're pretty good looking now that now that you dealt with the cancer on your nose. It's another battle scar.
I got a whole chunk of my nose missing. I'm hoping that I could get some silly putty and fill that in one time.
Oh, that's
but
makeup.
we'll see what happens.
I'll give you a little bit of, you know.
Little foundation, and I'll be good to go.
Foundation, we'll cover it. You know, we'll get some, you know.
Is there anything you could do about my bags under my eyes and all the wrinkles I have on my face? Can we talk about that?
When I figure that out, believe me.
Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go to Oni for that. He might be able to help me out with that. Oni. Ay. All right. So what is this? Let's finish up. What's your?
I got so into like what we were talking about. I forgot the story I was going to tell you. Oh, I know the story. Okay, so this is kind of. All right.
I love this Tori. By the way, guys, hold on a sec. By the way, this is Tori Hartman, guys. If you're not subscribed to her channel, she has over 17,000 subscribers. They're all part of her family. She treats all of her people with love and respect. And I see her do this on a regular basis every time she goes live that I've seen her. Now, I haven't checked each and every one of her broadcasts, but I have to tell you, she seems like a very consistent woman, and a young woman at that, and she's very pretty. So, guys, go and check out Tori Hartman's channel. She's awesome. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so now I get to tell you my illegal story.
Oh boy.
So
I'm retired now. You can feel safe with the illegal stories with me right now.
So my mother one night, I went to high school in New York City, right? So in those days, everybody smoked pot, right? So in high school, so we were
Some still do.
We were in my apartment in the village, right? And I grew up in Greenwich Village. And my mom went to a meeting at the 6th Precinct up the street, which is also on 10th Street.
Raiders of the Lost Arch. Yep.
And so my mother she was a prankster. So we're sitting there, and we had made these pot brownies.
Ooh.
So we were like, there were about 5 of my friends from high school, and we're like, let's try it.
Pot brownies.
Were so stoned. Okay.
Takes a while to kick in. I've done it too myself.
And so we're sitting there, and we're so high, and the phone rings, and I pick it up. Of course, it's my mother. This was before call waiting.
Yeah.
Call ID.
Right.
So I pick up the phone, and I hear, this is Officer so-and-so from the 6th Precinct. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. And he said, we understand that we're seeing billows of smoke coming out of your window. And I said, no, you're not. I swear we're not doing anything bad. We don't do anything illegal. No, we don't. And we didn't make pot brownies. I promise. We didn't make them.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm not high. I'm totally stoned. I'm not stoned.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
And he goes, I think you better talk to your mother.
Yeah.
And my mother was laughing. She thought it was so funny. I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die now.
Now, around how old were you then? Teenagers?
Yeah, I was 15.
Yeah, 15. Wow.
We were like,
this is the breaking news. Tori Hartman started experimenting at 15 with pot brownies.
But we didn't inhale.
Guess what? I started in 7th grade, so I was much younger than her when I started.
We all started young in New York City, though.
Oh, yeah.
Then what happens, and you tell me, I think we burn out on that crap younger.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just couldn't do it anymore because honestly, I'm one of those people that if I get high, I'm staring at a wall.
Right.
And I get paranoid.
Right.
You know?
Well, I got to tell you, it's funny that you say that because, my wife and I, we're the same age. We're 64 babies. So, we were born in 1964 and we went, she's just 3 months or so younger than me. So, we both experimented with pot back in high school. So what happened is that when I retired, which I won't tell anybody the exact year that I retired, but it's in the recent past. When I retired, one of the things I said I was going to do when I retired is smoke a joint. So I have a couple of friends who still partake in it that aren't in the police field. So my friend Pete said, Ronnie, I got you covered, baby. I got you covered. So when I had my retirement party with all my police friends, he hugs me. My friend comes, a non-police guy, comes to my retirement party. He hugs me. He gives me the Italian hug and kiss on the cheek. And he goes, here. And he shakes my hand. And there's a bag of weed in his hand. I'm like, what the F are you doing here with this? Well, are you kidding me? I got 100 cops around me. I'm going to get locked up. So he hands me a small little bag. It was like, like what would be equivalent of a small nickel bag or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Yeah. So it was enough to make like 2 joints or whatever. So I said, I haven't rolled a joint in 30 years. I don't know. I've been a cop all this time. I don't know anything about this crap. How am I supposed to? He goes, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it for you. So I gave it back to him because I didn't feel comfortable holding it on me. I'm walking around, the smell of it, like the stuff nowadays smells like some kind of organic, whatever the hell it is, OG Kush.
Like crap. It smells like shit.
It's Tori, you hit it on the head, and it's so strong. I was like, get this shit out of here, take this out, put it back in your car. People are gonna, there's lieutenants and captains all over the place here. These guys are gonna lock us up. So to make a long story short, I finally, months and months and months later after I retired, I think it was almost a year, my wife and I, it's in the summertime, we're sitting in the backyard, and I was like, all right, let's do this. So I got the TV playing. She had a glass of wine or 2. I had a couple of vodkas, and I was feeling nice, not drunk. Then I had two drinks. I'm a big guy. I'm a 6 foot, 250 pounder. So I had two vodkas, and I was feeling nice. So I took a couple. I lit it up. I started the whole show going. I started the party. I took two hits. I almost choked to death on the second. First one was smooth. I was like, oh, look at this. It's like I didn't even skip a beat. Second time, the second hit that I took, I almost died, choked. I handed it to my wife. She took one puff, one hit, whatever you want to call it. And 10 minutes later, she locked herself in our bedroom and was total paranoia. What if the kids come home? What if they smell it? What if they see me? Never to do it again. She was just freaked out. So I was laughing at her. Because I felt like good. I was like, this is cool. But I didn't do it again since then. It was just that one time because I have no desire to get like that. It's too potent. It's too potent nowadays. It's not like it was when we grew up. It's not like what it was.
It isn't. Like when we, and you and I are close in age. I mean, I'll tell you this. When we were coming up, it was just like, okay, there's weed and there's Hawaiian.
Right.
That was it. Those were the 2 choices. It was like on the rocks or straight up.
Thank you, Jackie. Exactly. It was Acapulco Gold or like some really nasty green crap. So I would always go for the gold stuff. I'd like the smoothness of that back in the day. But now it's like there's so many different strains and it's so powerful that it's like...
You don't know. You don't know what you're taking.
Right. So, another time I was with a couple of friends, retired guys again, I won't mention their names, and they did the same thing. They did the same thing with me, but I didn't partake in it because I was driving and I was like, there's no way. So I took a retired sergeant out with me and he did his puff. He did his hits, but he did like 5 of them. We go into a freaking restaurant to celebrate. He didn't want to have a big retirement party. I go in with this guy into the restaurant. He can't even order his own meal. I had to order the meal for him. He was just sitting there like a zombie. Like, I was like, are you kidding me right now? Is this what's happening? I got to babysit you, not for the alcohol, for the weed puffs that you took, the hits that you took. Come on, guy. Get your big boy pants on and let's get going here. I had to order
Oh, my
his.
God.
I had to order his meal, Tori. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up.
I mean, that's the thing. I want to tell you one more story because this is an LAPD story. Then I promise I'm gonna let you get back to
And then I got to ask
real
you one question before you go. So.
Sure.
All right.
Okay. So I used to have a big party in my house in LA. I had a really nice place near Melrose and all this stuff. A big party. And
DEA's
a friend
coming
of
for
mine
Tori.
brought over a couple weed plants and said, "Hey, could you just plant these for me? Could you just put them in the,
Right.
your ground? Because I have a green thumb."
Okay.
So I said, "Sure, I'll put them in the ground." And yeah, you're going to get your little DEA thing. It's your get out of jail free card if you don't rob a bank. Remember that.
Mm-hmm.
So sign up for what do you have to do, Duty Ron? They subscribe?
Anything. Anybody that sends either super chat or subscribes or whatever.
Okay,
I've been sending them out. I've sent out about 30 of these things over the last couple of weeks. So.
All right, so everybody, do me a favor. Make sure you subscribe. And what you need to do is you jump on your social media and say to people, "Hey, jump over. This guy's great. I really dig listening to him. He's down-to-earth cop, funny as hell. And he's got a bird. Just talk about Popeye and people will come.
The bird is a word. It's funny you say that.
Got the word.
I watched a channel, a YouTube channel. I think it's Einstein is the African Gray. The woman is fantastic. She's from Texas. Einstein the Parrot is what the channel's called. She has 365,000 subscribers, and she just shows her bird. Now, Tori, the bird talks. The bird talks up a storm. The bird is a freaking fantastic talker. And I watched one of her broadcasts, and she got like $600 in super chat. The bird.
Oh my gosh!
Like
I'm putting Gavin on. I'm putting Gavin.
You got to try it. You got to try it. I mean,
Gavin's my whippet.
I couldn't believe the super chat that was going on in that broadcast, and more power to her. She gives parts of the super chat to a parrot rescue foundation, which is very nice. So and it's all bird lovers in there. And I went in there and I was drowned. It was like she had like 600 people watching her, the bird.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy, but good. I loved it.
That is crazy.
I loved it.
Talk.
Yeah, I loved it.
Crazy talk.
Yeah, parrot talk.
Now, everybody, listen. Give Ron a thumbs up. It does help if please hit the like button. And I'm going to tell you all why. Because it actually helps in the numbers with YouTube.
Yeah,
so
it does.
It's all numbers.
Algorithms, numbers.
Kind of, so it's something I don't even understand, but I know if you like the video, it actually helps in something they do with, I don't know.
The algorithm. It's the algorithm.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, the algorithm.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Tori's been around for a long time on YouTube. Guys, I went back and watched 6 years ago her YouTubes. So she's been uploading and been on YouTube for quite a while. And it's true. I mean, there's no secret to that. If anybody goes to your account, they could see your, YouTubes from 4, 5, 6 years ago. She was doing great stuff then. She's refined it and is doing a lot of different crime stuff now. And she has Amazon book coming out. And go and check out her profile. It's impressive. She has a great Patreon page. She's got a lot of great things that she's doing. And I 100,000% give her the 2 thumbs up. Again, I don't say that about a lot of people. I really don't. I really do my...
You say it about your family. You say it about people you protect, Ron, and that's...
Right. So, Tori, I consider her part of the family. She's, the funny thing is how I come to meet her, obviously, here through YouTube. But it was funny because she was watching me and then she was sending over some of her people onto my broadcast live. And I was getting flooded with people saying, Tori sent me. And I was like, who is this Tori lady? Who is this? And I said, wait a minute, she knows me, but I don't know her? Well, I got to familiarize myself with her. So it's exactly what I did. I went over and started doing some checking into her, and I was so pleasantly surprised when I saw her broadcast. I was like, this is somebody who I like to be around. These type personalities, these type of people who are caring and giving and wanting to help. That's the thing that I see that she does, is she really looks to try to, even if she could reach one person each time she goes live or on her replays, she wants to try to legitimately help people. She also has her own, her own thing that she does She's got a book. She's got her cards. Her own.
Yeah, I have a new deck coming out.
Yeah.
Actually, it's
So-
interesting because it's a very, very long story. But you know, my thing is really writing.
She
you
did,
know?
Trevor.
And that's kind of my jam. And so, you know, I think that, and I've never said this actually to you, but it's the first time this is the first time we've talked.
Yeah,
I've,
because I gave you my number. I gave you my number a while ago,
you did.
weeks ago. Weeks ago, I was like, "She's never going to call me. It's okay." But if she ever gets brave enough, and sure enough, you know, the stars aligned here this evening, between to California and New York. The stars aligned right, and I got her on the phone. So this is fantastic. This is fantastic.
And I actually don't live in California anymore. I live
North
in
Carolina,
North
right?
Carolina.
Yeah. I've checked you out. I know everything about you from your broadcasts because
It's funny.
I
because
listen.
I
listen.
No, you do, because that's what cops do. They're very good listeners, and they listen between the lines, which is.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was little, I used to say to my father, I want to grow up and be a police officer, you know, because I watched Get Christy Love, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Wearing her high heels and bell bottoms.
Yes.
And she had in her little purse.
Awesome.
Woman, remember that?
I love her.
And they used to zip their purse.
Yes. And the little
And
32
pick up
caliber.
their gun.
They put the little
And
32 caliber, little sexy gun in there.
And they say, freeze, sucker.
I love it. So, Tori, before I forget, because I'm an old man, so I forget things pretty easy. Have you, because you grew up in the confines of the 6th Precinct in Manhattan, did you ever make it over to the Halloween parade?
Oh, that was the night my mom went to the Halloween party. That was the night they called and told me that, you know, they knew I was smoking pot. They didn't know I was baking it.
So you've been down to the Halloween parade, the famous Halloween parade down across?
It used to go by my house.
Oh, okay, cool.
My dad, I grew up at Patchen Place, which is where my dad.
I know exactly where it is. I know Patchen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's where, you know, that's where the Halloween party. One night, my father had knee surgery, and I was staying with him for a few days. It took me 2 hours to cross 6th Avenue, literally like one block, to go get Chinese food.
It is a circus, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody, the gay and lesbian community, this is a big parade for them.
Oh my gosh.
You know, the LGBT community, and they're all wonderful people. Let me tell you something. Yeah. I've had some of the most fun times working and made the most money because I was always on overtime whenever I went over there. So it was a win-win. It was a double win for me. A lot of fun.
The most fun you can have with your clothes on.
Yeah, exactly. And and it was so laid back because all of the bosses that were there, all of the big bosses would say, just have a good time, be tolerant, and be lenient on the consumption of alcohol in public. All of the quality of life stuff kind of just looked the other way on that night. And the commanding officer that did the security and did the whole detail used to walk around with a big bullhorn, and he was an older man with, thank you so much for that super chat. Oh, that is awesome. Send me an email, Mr. S or Mrs. S. I think there's a pair of legs there. S. Guzman. Yeah, those are legs with red shoes.
Madonna. Looking legs there. I'm going to say Susie. I'm going to guess it's Susie.
Madonna mia, Susie Guzman. Send me an email, dutyron@aol.com, or go to dutyron.com, and then all of my social is there. Send me an email or a direct message on any of my social, and put super chat in the subject, and give me your address. It can't be a P.O. box. I won't send this to a P.O. box. I need a confirmed, verifiable address. So send that to me. Thank you so much for your kind generosity on the super chat. Greatly, greatly appreciated. So what I was saying, Tori, is that this gentleman who was had many years on the job, I used to admire the vigor that he had, because he would run around like a maniac with this bullhorn and interact with all of the party goers. Now you would have straight men and women, you'd have the gays and lesbians, you'd have everything in between, the transvestites, and some of them were dressed very provocatively, showing body parts and things of that nature flashing. Guys would be wearing skirts with no underwear on, and they would flip it up. And these are things, if you did that with the police around, you'd be wind up getting yourself locked up, for indecent exposure. But you let this stuff go on that Halloween parade night, and it's on Halloween night.
Oh yeah.
So what an event, and what a wonderful thing for. I wouldn't necessarily bring my young children there for obvious reasons, but as for adults, it's a good adult fun night. So Tori Hartman has been to this parade. I would just be curious to know, how many times have you been to that parade, or was it not for you?
Me? Well, it was always fun, but what they did was, because I lived at Patchen Place, I grew up there,
This is a little bit.
I visit my dad.
Right, it was a little
They
trip.
would put their lighting equipment was on top of our apartment.
Oh.
So they would just climb all the way up, and so we were like, all I had to do was sit at the window and watch. I mean,
Okay.
we were right. They'd walk right up 10th Street. So
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
And
so is this where you get a little bit? Is this where you get a little bit of your wild and craziness from the Halloween?
I think so. It's the village, because my mom used to have tea with E.E. Cummings. He was our neighbor.
Case closed.
And-
The case is closed on Tori Hartman, guys. I've already closed my case on her.
Oh, you closed it?
She got her wildness from the Halloween parade in the village.
Oh, all right.
Excellent.
So there's no more investigating?
Case is closed. Case is closed.
Oh,
I can now close my investigation on you.
Well, now that the case is closed, I can tell you about my pot story in California.
Fantastic.
I got to tell you this story, and then I'm going to let you go, and everybody's going to have
We're gonna
have fun. So, okay. So two things. So I had this big party at my Melrose house in California, and a friend brought over some pot plants, and she said, "Could you just plant these?" Because she knew they would just grow, and these things stink. They were the new.
Oh yeah.
You touch them and they stink.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Long story short, I realize I'm having the party, and I got to hide them. And I don't know what the hell to do. So I'm standing there, and I'm looking at them, and I get these moving boxes.
Oh,
and
no.
I put moving boxes over them, right? So I cover them. And I write on them,
Some camouflage.
plant tomatoes here, plant cucumbers here. And each box, I wrote what kind of plant I wanted there. Well, of course, there's like 150 people, and I know people from all walks of life. And so, of course, there's a LAPD detective, and there's all these people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I brought some of my friends from the, sheriff's office."
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh great!" And all of a sudden it hit me. Oh my god.
Yeah, I got cops in here.
Yeah, I got cops. Oh my god. So one of the cops calls me over and says, "Hey, Tori, come here. And I said, yeah. He said, I need to show you something in the back of your yard. I went, oh.
My.
I'm like, now at this point, I'm just like thinking, I'm just going to lose it. He's like, yeah, I want to ask you about what you have back here. And he's pointing to the boxes. And I'm like going, uh-oh. And I start to sweat, okay?
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, well, yeah, what about them?
Yeah.
And thank God I learned enough from cops to just wait for people to talk.
Yeah.
I didn't offer anything. Right?
The sooner you learn this, the better off everyone will be. You keep your mouth shut unless the questions are asked directly to you. Do not give up extra information. And
I learned that.
Human nature kills that, because everybody wants to just give extra. And I used to love it when I did my interviews and interrogations. Some people you would just like it was like taking candy away from a baby. It was so easy. So.
Well, this baby wasn't giving up any candy at
You're a
that
smarty
party.
pants. You are a smarty pants.
So I said, what about them?
Yeah.
And he said, well, I'm just wondering, is that how you plan your garden? Because you have a beautiful garden. And I said, oh, yeah. He said, that's very smart. I'm going to tell my wife to do that. Because he said, I think we can just put the beans here. He said, if you plan it out like that, it gets really interesting. I said, oh, yes. It's very
Your head must have been spinning at that point. Oh, my God.
I'm schwitzing all over, as we say from New York.
Good.
But
Gravy.
I kept my mouth shut. Because they're not like, I just want everybody to know. What you were saying, Duty Ron, just so everybody knows, LAPD is not like NYPD, okay?
No, they're uptight.
These guys, like, if they think they've got a collar, they will chase you from Trader Joe's if you made an illegal left turn. I mean, this is like,
True.
unlike NYPD, it's kind of like, she just, just say to you, hey, hide the liquor.
Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger fish to fry.
And it was always like, could you put the joint out?
Yeah, or put that beer in a bag and stop being an idiot.
Put it away. Don't let me see it. That
Right,
was the
right.
big thing.
Exactly.
I don't want to see that. Put it away.
Exactly.
And I like that because you felt like a human being with the NYPD.
Right.
Well,
because I would put myself in the same situation if I was home or in my own neighborhood and I wanted to enjoy an adult beverage, and if a cop said something to me, I'd want it to be done in a way that it's not making me feel like I'm a subhuman. So I treated everybody with the same way I'd want to be treated in the same situation. And I would kind of I was telling a lot of people, I think I had a broadcast going, there was a couple of hundred people watching. I said to them, and it was on Periscope, it wasn't here on YouTube, but I said to them, I had so many of the people who I've actually put in jail, maybe overnight or for the weekend, and now I'm back on the beat and I see them again. That's one of the things is when you're a beat cop and you lock somebody up, it's not like you're never going to see them again. You're going to see them again.
Yeah.
And the guys would say to me, and girls, mainly guys, the guys would say, Officer Duty Ron, you treated me with respect, and I really, really appreciate what you did. The bag of chips, the extra soda or drink, you made me feel like I wasn't a subhuman, and I thank you for it. And I've had guys where I put away for 5-10 years, and all of a sudden it comes back full circle. They do. They get a 10-year sentence. They're only doing 6, as we know here in New York. That's how it goes.
Right.
You get out on parole or probation. So I've had guys that I put away for an extended period of time, and they'd come back out, and they were like, I remember you, officer. You are very cool, and I thank you. You really straightened my life out. One guy said to me, if it wasn't for you, I'd be dead.
Right.
Right. So,
yeah.
Interesting stuff. You don't get a lot of that, because don't get me wrong, there are some there's some really bad cops out there that treat people without any regard or respect. And those are the guys that, and guys and girls that when I would see that, I would always try to pull them aside in the locker room and say, hey, you might want to try doing it this way. It might be a little safer for you, because when you rouse somebody up for no good reason, that's just more of a chance that you have of getting either yourself or somebody killed. And
it's so true. It's so true, Ron. And I just want to validate that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, for me, it was all about getting home safe to my family and getting my fellow brothers and sisters, my fellow law enforcement officers back home to their family. And I felt that was the safest way. Now, there are certain times where that goes right out the window, where you can't use your verbal judo. You can't be nice. When you can't be nice to somebody, it's evident and apparent right up front. And so there's a time and place for everything. And there's some instances where I've had to go right to, the maximum amount of force, taking my gun out and pointing at somebody and making them get down on the ground. That's a serious situation. And I've had to do it many, many a times. And it's not a comfortable feeling, but it's something that I got accustomed to because I was put in that position. But so many other situations that could have escalated to that, I was able to de-escalate it through conversation. And I was very good at verbal judo, very good at it. And I used to, as a delegate, I was a union, and no surprise to you probably, Tori, I was a union delegate. I was a delegate who the troops looked up to me, and I gave, private, after roll call was given, as we would see in the movies and on TV shows, after our roll calls were given, I would grab my guys and girls and pull them to the side and say, hey, let's have 5 minutes. Let's take a 5-minute union meeting and we'll talk about safety. Let's talk about, the new rules and new procedures and what you should and shouldn't do. So I would grab people and have conversations with them, especially the rookies. I would grab the young guys and girls and mentor them. And I've had a few come onto my YouTube, few former cops that I trained come on, and Joey can attest to this, and a lot of other people, Trevor, Kelly, and all my friends from Periscope that are on here on YouTube. I've had numerous cops from in the past come onto my YouTube because they're all following me on Twitter and Facebook and all my social. They come on and they're like, Duty Ron, I want to thank you for, what you did with me. You were a mentor to me. And they've come on and gone in my chat, and some pretty cool stuff. So, You know, and that's what it is. And still here in my retirement, I'm a part of the FOP, which is the Fraternal Order of Police. I go to my regular lodge meetings. I stay up to date on all of the stuff that retired active guys can do. Like I can carry my firearm in all 50 states, and I know all the different laws of all the different states on the ammunition. And yeah, I could get on an airplane and I put it in my checked luggage. Can't put it on me, obviously. You can't go into the body of the plane, you know, into the cabin, but it goes with the checked luggage, and then I pick it up on the carousel, go into the bathroom, load up, and I'm good to go in all 50 states, Hawaii and Puerto Rico included. So.
Wow, you know, it's so interesting what you're saying, Duty Ron, because a couple things that you said that's really quite brilliant. I love that you called it verbal judo.
Right.
Because, you know, I just find that for me, it's like so many people don't know how to behave. And to me, that's really, you know, I think I shared this with on one of my...
Thank you, Johanna. I'm sorry, Tori. I just wanted to say, I thank you for that, Johanna. That was a very nice compliment in the comments. And again,
he is good at it.
Again, apologies to anybody who I haven't responded to. Out of respect for my guest here, I'm just letting her talk, and I just didn't want to interrupt her like I just did right now. So I was acknowledging with hand waves, but I just want to make it clear that it was no, there's no intentional, you know, me ignoring the comments, and I've seen some of the really nice comments that you guys are putting in there, and I really, really appreciate it. Much love and respect to you guys for all those great comments. So verbal judo is an important tool.
What I was going to say was one of the greatest lessons. I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to let y'all chat with who you came here to see. But you know, one of the greatest things I saw was on an old cops show. A big burly cop. He's leaning all the way back in his, you know, his ride, you know, and he's like Kansas City, and he's holding the wheel, and he goes, and they said something to him, and he goes, you know, the ways I see it is we're out here just because there are a few people that don't have manners. And he said, we just have to deal with the people that don't have manners. And he said, most people do.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the thing, you know, I mean, that's a wow. That is a wow. So.
It was a big lesson for me.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's why we all love you, Ron. That's why we really respect you, because we know that you're about respect, you're about manners, and you know what I do really appreciate about you also is old school. You know, there's no playing around. You don't put people down. You kind of go, no, I won't tolerate that.
Right.
And I like that, like zero tolerance for, you know.
Well, you see the thing of it is too with that, Tori, is it's also, it comes to where I came from and how I was raised. I was raised to respect your elders, respect authority, and when that happens, when someone comes in and doesn't respect me as a broadcaster, you know, when you hit the go live button and you hit that red button and you go live, it's our responsibility to sort of, if you will, I'm going to use one of my good words, police the chat. It's up to us to police the chat. But you see, I have it so good because I have such great people around me, is that when I'm not paying attention, I've got numerous people who know. I have conversations with them. I don't just give those wrenches out to people just to give them out. I speak to them about what I do and don't tolerate. So there's like a set, you know, there's ground rules, and the people that are in here moderating for me know how I feel because of my communication skills with them. I've communicated with them. I tell them this is what I don't want to tolerate, but I want people to be able to have a respectful, open conversation. If someone disagrees with what I have to say, if they can respectfully convey that message, then I'm good to go with that. I'm good to go with that. I take constructive criticism. I've taken it. People were telling me in the beginning when I started with this, you know, I've only been at this since January. So I've only been on YouTube since January. People have been saying to me, oh, well, the noise is on your thing. It's a distraction. It's this. And in the beginning, I was just like, you know, I like those noises. I like all those distractions, and it's my thing, so I left it. But more and more people were telling me it was annoying them, and they were saying it in nice ways. And then I said, you know what, let me listen to this with headphones on. Let me see what everybody's saying. And I took that as constructive criticism, and I made adjustments. You know, if I was just my way or the highway, I would have just basically said, if you don't like it, too bad. I'm just going to keep it. But that's not how I am. You know what I mean? I think we're all in this together, and we all have to come to a happy medium within reason. You know, so I like to live and learn. You know, that's what my life's all about. You know, I learn something new almost every day. It's not every day, but almost every day I learn something new. And I take that and I apply it going forward, you know. And it's all, for me, it's all about trying to do the best that you can. You know, and we're human. So sometimes the best is not good enough, and you can't make everybody happy. But at the end of it all, I welcome everybody to come in here, and as long as you can be respectful to my guests and all the people, my family, my friends in the chat. I've had my brother and my sister-in-law, my sister and my brother-in-law come in on the chat. I broadcast live from their home, you know, so, you know, and everybody's been very, very good and respectful. You know, of course, you have a couple of exceptions to that rule, but they're dealt with accordingly with no acknowledgement, and that's how I do it. That's my best medicine for anybody that's acting less than desirable is non-acknowledgement and a quick gut punch and send them into the old block zone. And that's my best medicine for that. And it says a lot more about the person if you don't engage in it. If you just don't acknowledge it and don't engage with it, and you rectify it quickly, it just sends a good message out to everybody who is maybe looming. Because as we know, a lot of people loom, a lot of people watch, and they're just like it's like buzzards up in the wild. They're just waiting for a carcass to become available and go feed on it. And that's what happens with some of these people. They're just up there like, you know, vultures, ready to go and attack. So, you know, you do a great job of it, and I know a lot of other people do. Hello, Ryan. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. I saw the letters were all in caps, so I knew it was important. So, hello, Mr. Ryan Richardson. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. But Tori, it was a pleasure. I really can't say enough good. I can't really say enough about you, how good of a person I think you are, and I can't wait. Maybe one day, you know, if you got a busy schedule, I get it. No pressure on the meet on in April.
I totally want to see you when I come up. I'm going to be in Queens.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
we'll figure out a time,
okay.
And you know, we'll dance around the campfire and wave our arms, and we'll send all the loomers out to Loomville.
They can loom all they want, because if they loom when I come around, I carry something called a Glock 19, and I always have handcuffs with me. And I'm really good at placing people under arrest. And this is not even, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I've made over 1,000 arrests. So these are always here with me. Yeah, I've made 1,000 arrests or more in my career. So these are always with me, and I take the tools of my trade with me everywhere I go. So when I do go to meet Tori, Jagaloons and all the loomers, it's not a good idea. It really is not a good idea. So, but if you do show up, make sure you bring coffee for me and a nice warm and a warm handshake. And that's all I'm asking for.
Like a little half and half, right?
Yeah, a little half and half and one equal. It'll be fine.
One equal.
And I'm a big hugger. Guys, you come down, even a guy shows up, I'm giving you a hug. That's it. Sorry.
All right, just don't sniff my hair. We're okay.
No hair sniffing. No hair sniffing. I promise I won't do that unless you ask me to. If you ask me to, then I might do it. You know, as long as you say it's okay.
It can get odd. It's just going to get odd.
Yeah, no.
Ron, you have a good night.
Tori.
And listen, everybody, please remember, like his channel. Tell your friends to come over there. You know, subscribe. It really, really helps. And by the way, if you hit the bell, you'll know when he's live, because that way when he's sneaking in incognito, right?
I slip in sneaky and incognito. I'm all about stealth.
Then you know he's on.
I'm like a stealth bomber. Very good. Tori, it was an absolute pleasure.
Much love. love. And yes, I will be going live at some point. I don't know, but you will know, Dawn. Much love, everyone. Have a blessed night.
Thanks.
Stay safe out there.
Thank you.
As Duty Ron says.
Thank you, Tori. Love and respect to you. Bye.
Back at you.
Bye.
Thanks, Ted.
What a sweetheart. Oh my God. She's awesome. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that she came in. I'm so happy that she came in. That is awesome. Let's get back to the radio. So let me get back to the chat. Let me get back to the chat here. So Kathy was checking in. That's Joey's better half. Thank you for joining, Kathy. I see Paper Angel ASMR still here. Dawn is here. Jackie's still hanging out. Mary Westenberg, thank you so much. Everybody loves Tori. Go subscribe to her channel immediately. If you're not subscribed to Tori Hartman, please check her out. And I saw Tori Hodgman, that was a great comment. Your other favorite Tori is here. Hi, Tori Hodgman and Tori Hartman. Those two are tricky. I've got them down pat. But love and respect to everybody in here. Red Lotus, thank you for hanging out. I know that means you don't have to work tomorrow because you're here late. So good to see you. That was a great conversation. And thank you to Joey Brooklyn _67 for starting out the phone calls and then Tori jumping in. Dutch Mass is a great guy. Guys, go and subscribe to his channel too. I did, Kelly. I did. There was an arrest made. The guy was flying a drone. That was a whole mess. That was a mess. Hey, Ron, I did say second favorite. I know Tori is your number one. She damn sure is. Tori is my number one. But you are awesome too, Tori. So, guys, everybody go check out Tori Hodgman. She's over in Australia. She will put a shrimp on the Barbie for you. And they call them prawns. Don't call them shrimp. They get mad, those Aussies. Put a prawn on the Barbie, and let's have a party over there in Australia. Ron, can you explain Patreon? Patreon is a separate application where you can get exclusive content from content creators like myself and Tori and many others, where you get one-on-one private special content that is not shared on social media. So I do some special stuff on my Patreons. Go and check out my Patreon page. It's a separate site that you sign up for. It costs you nothing, and you can become a Patreon for as little as $1 if you wanted to on my channel. But my levels start at I believe $5 they start at. I haven't checked it recently. It's either 5 or 10. I think I start mine at 5 or 10. But I'll go and check it out for you guys really quick. But if you go to my website, you can check my Patreon and it'll show up there, and you'll see everything that's going on. I got a bunch of text messages. Let me see. Okay. Let me go to Patreon. So there's the spot. Yeah, it starts at 10. So for as little as 10 bucks a month, you could be a Patreon subscriber on my page. But you could be a Patreon for $1 on there, and then you still get some content from me for even $1 on the Patreon. So you could go over there and get it. Frankie says, do I get any police discounts? These cops and corrections guys, they're always looking for something on the arm. They want something on the arm, all of those guys. They're looking for a spot that gives you something on the arm. So, Frankie boy, you can get a police discount. No worries. I want you to feel at home. So thank you to everybody who has given Super Chat. There was one, I gotta scroll back because that was awesome. Let me scroll back. I want to get the name right, and I want to subscribe to that person. Holy cow, there's a lot of chat going on. I'm trying to find that Super Chat for, it was a decent, 35 bucks. So is it Sandra Guzman? Was Tori right? Was that Sandra Guzman? Let me go to her page. S. Guzman. Oh, I'm subscribed already. I'm subscribed. I was already subscribed. S. Goodman, thank you so much for the very generous $35 Super Chat. That is awesome. Never expected or never, needed, but thank you for that. It means a lot. So thank you, S. Guzman, for the super chat. I am subscribed to your channel. So thank you for that very, very much. So guys, it's 1:34 in the evening here in New York. I'm going to stay live for a little bit longer, but I wanted to see if anybody else wanted to go live and maybe give my voice a break. If anybody's interested in going live, I will end this broadcast and we'll go and join you in yours. Tori, do you have any plans, either Tori A or Tori B, Tori Hartman or Tori Hodgman? Do you guys have any plans to go live? Because if you do, I could use a break and we can all go and bum rush your chat. We can do that. But if nobody is, then I'll take one for the team, and I'll just sit here and we'll listen to a little bit more of the police scanner. Because that all went to the wayside. That went to the wayside. You stay right there, says Veggie Vibes. Tori Hodgman says let. Let. I'm not sure what let means. You sub to Tori and Joe. Excellent, Frank. Thank you. Thank you, Frankie boy. Frankie Fazil. Frankie Fazil. Frankie Fazil has got 28 subscribers. Now he's got 29 because Duty Ron is subscribed to Frankie Fazil now. I'm going to see what he's got to offer. It's only been 99 minutes. Stay on longer unless Tori goes live. Crystal is like, unless Tori goes live, then we're all going to leave. Kelly, of course, wants me to stay. She wants me to stay. I'm still finishing a report for work, so I can't go live. But I meant to say let Tori Hartman go live if she's still around, because I am still working, technically. Technically. I thought you said you were going to be working all night on here. But maybe you mean something else. Dawn, I am working, but I'm not going to be live the whole night that I'm here. I can't go live the whole time. Duty Blue says, I sent you a video about my sheriff. It shows how another law enforcement got him interested in law enforcement as a kid. It shows how another law enforcement officer got him. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to check that out. Sorry about the random let comment. Yeah, I read all the comments. So, Tori Hartman should go live, says Dawn. I know, everybody loves Tori, including me. If she went live, I would stop this immediately. So if anybody sees that she's gone live, then please let me know, because I won't be able to know. So I have the scanner back on, and we have a male dispatcher now. There's a male dispatcher now. Good night, Frank. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Good to see you. I need to send you the occasional random word from now on. If you read all the comments, just to check. You're just testing me. She is, Red Lotus, she is awesome. I agree. I agree. Frankie boy, good to see you, Frank. Ciao for now.
5 Charlie, proceed, Cap. 110-4, Cap.
You got it, Dawn. Anything to please Dawn. Veggie Vibes. Veggie Vibes says, oh, Ronnie. Oh, Ronnie. All right, there's a break in the action. Let me go look at what Dylan sent me. I missed Duty Blue. Now, Dylan, I was telling you that I was wondering what I said to Joey, what's going on with Dylan?
Just be advised, for Loring Avenue, you do have a prior domestic violence history for that location, Cap.
Prior domestic violence history at that location.
Welcome, Cap.
Oh, okay, this is a video. I gotta watch this afterwards. Kelly loves the Scanoscope. Stopping by to say hi. Hi, Crystal Dawn. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. I have an app on my cell phone that is a scanner app, but I don't understand most of the code. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough.
Video. He credits his entire career to a Lake County deputy. The news station's Valerie Boy reports. Sheriff Robert Chody of Williamson County, Texas, will never forget the day he decided to go into law enforcement. He was only 15 years old at the time and lived in Lake County.
My mother was abused by a particular man in a relationship after my father died. And there was one specific night in the Sorrento, Florida area where we lived where it went a step further than it normally went in regards to violence.
Sheriff Chody says his twin brother was hit. He thought he was next.
Immediate fear obviously went into my body because I was scared of this, was deathly scared of this man.
But then a Lake County deputy by the name of Paul Peterson arrived to the home and arrested the man.
I felt this calmness, this peace, this load lifted off my shoulders that I'll never forget to this day.
With help from the Lake County Sheriff's Office and social media, Sheriff Chody tracked down retired Deputy Peterson in Kentucky and called him to thank him.
That's awesome.
Kind of overwhelmed at it. Yeah, you know, at what had happened, and it had been 34 years, and I just had no idea that I had that kind of an impact.
I'm going to play this.
Peterson says an FHP trooper made an impact on his life. He hopes law enforcement officers will continue to inspire others to go into the field because it could make a difference.
I love it.
You're making an impact on somebody's life.
I'm going to share that when I go live from my Streamlabs with my laptop, and I'm actually going to play this on my broadcast. So I'm going to save this. That's good. That's a good feel story right there. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Very awesome. So when the guy was 15 years old, the sheriff, this retired deputy came and settled the score and made everything nice and calm. And he's now a sheriff. He's a bigwig, and he called the guy and thanked him 30 some odd years later. That is very awesome. A very feel-good story, and I love that. Thank you for sharing that with me, Duty Blue. Duty Blue.
7-5, boy.
I love this. Dispatcher is very clear.
Boy, intersect, I got a 1050 disorderly female, Pitkin Avenue, Cleveland Street to Ashford Street. Pitkin Avenue, Cleveland Street to Ashford Street. Say it's a female, black, slim build, wearing all gray clothing or skirt. States screaming at that location for the past hour. Unknown weapons, unknown injuries, Cap.
Disorderly person. She's probably either on drugs or drunk. This guy has a very clear voice. You can understand this dispatcher very well. Hi, Debbie Lena. Good to see you. I don't know how to super chat, please. Mary, there's a $sign to the right on the bottom of the chat. You just press that, and then it gives you a sliding scale of what you want to give to the broadcaster, and then you got to just make sure that you have a PayPal or a Google Pay or some type of pay service attached to it. So there's a little bit to it. You have to sign up for some type of PayPal or some type of payment processing service. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, but that's how I do it when I give Super Chat out to other broadcasters when I'm in their broadcast. If I left anything out, let me know. But I think that's pretty much it. PayPal or checking account or credit card. Yeah, there you go. That would leave Hio out of that whole equation. that would put Hio out of that whole equation. I never made it to your lives, but I'm happy to be here. By the way, love Popeye Oscar from yesterday's video. Jen, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're finally here in a live. I'm glad you're here.
Just identify the address, Cap?
You're welcome, Mary. My pleasure.
2181 Pitkin, 10-4, Cap.
Yes, I have my snack, Hio. I do have my snack. I do. As in diamonds, Lisa says. As in diamonds. Do you watch Jay for Justice? She's awesome. I do, Mary. I do. I'm subscribed to her channel. And I think that she's subscribed to mine. I haven't seen her in a while. But she's really good. The one with the Hasidic, I've seen that before. They do it all the time, Kelly. They do that all the time. Hi, how are you, Soul for Music? Good to see you. How are you?
Hi, I'm Steve Harris, founder of Harris Law.
So we're going to listen to some, let's see what we got here.
Response, Charlie, Pussycat. 91, show interrupted. Dawn to Belmont.
Hi, Dawn.
10-4, okay.
How are you? I do have my coffee, but I finished it. I finished it all, Joe. Ron, 60 days in jail was hardcore. Ron, 60 days in jail was hardcore.
10-4, that's going to be 681, K.
I don't know what you mean about that, Crystal. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I'm doing good. Thank you for joining. Ron, Joanna has a question. Okay, I'm here. I'm here for it. Let me scroll back and take a peek at it. I know you feel my pain. I have a school-age kid. You can imagine. Let's see what she's got. I don't see any questions. I think there is no answer. I didn't see the question, so I don't know. I don't know. It's a show. Oh, it's a show. I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about it. Is that on A&E? Is that on A&E, that show? I think most of the rabbis are loved and respected by all of the Hasidic community. The documentary was online. Okay, gotcha. Hi, Wink. Hi, Winky. Yes, A&E. I've heard about it. I've never seen it. I've heard about it. Johanna, you should really think about what you're saying before you say it. The Veggie Vibes having the best advice. I'm not sure about that. I beg to differ. Duty Blue. 60 Days In was a TV show this season about people going to jail undercover on A&E. One of the guys from that show follows me on Twitter. Let me see what his name is. Hold on. Stand by. What's his name? Mark. His name is Mark.
Housing response to Pussycat.
This guy follows me.
10-4, K, that's going to be 1577 1577, K.
Johanna, I have neighbors in the apartment below that are serious pot smokers. What state are you in, Johanna? Stand by, says Duty Ron. So Mark is the real Mark 60. He's one of the guys on that show. He follows me on Twitter.
73-boy-1. 73-boy-1, Pussycat.
Professional pot smokers. What state is marijuana legal in your state?
2169 Pacific, 10-4, K.
Okay, sounds good, Mary. I'll be here for a little while. It was I was sarcasm.
5-boy, Pussycat.
Thank you, Red Lotus. We got 65 thumbs up. 66 now. Anybody else can give me a thumbs up? I greatly appreciate that. If you got to see is it legal? Is marijuana legal in your state? If it's not, you got to call the police. Make the phone calls to the police anonymously, and say that there's somebody smoking pot in the building. 66 thumbs up. 67. Girly Gamer loves the count. Duty Blue says 72. You see 72?
Getting a 10-10 calls for help. 35 Marconi Place.
Calls for help.
35 Marconi Place. Herkimer Center Street to Atlantic Avenue, the cross, apartment number 1 on the first floor. Third party caller states he hears a male and a female screaming for help at that location. Unknown weapons, unknown injuries, Cap. 10-4.
72. So let me tell you something about a calls for help call. When I was a police officer on patrol, I got a call for a calls for help.
75 DHS.
Same call as this. And there was a 16-year-old girl that was shot and killed inside of an apartment by her boyfriend. We found her shot and killed in her bedroom. 73 right now? Thank you, Kelly. Thank you.
10-4, okay. Do you have a final for it?
That same call, calls for help,
And the yellow?
I responded to, and it was a homicide. The girl was shot and killed, and she was partially naked in her bed. Shot and blood splatter all over her radiator, all over the wall. And we followed the blood trail that left her apartment back to an apartment across the way, and it was her boyfriend. They cut out of school, and he wanted to have sex with her, and she didn't want to have sex with him, and he shot and killed her. So that exact same call, it was exactly that. Calls for help. And that's it. So you never know what you're going to get when you get a calls for help like that. It is awful, but it is something that stands out in my mind. It was a young black girl, a really good-looking kid too, and she was shot and killed by her boyfriend. Yeah, Joey, it's crazy. It was in Tilden. It was in the Tilden houses.
Okay, the 34 and the heavy bleeder, was that one and the same? 10-4, okay. Job number for that's going to be a 1154, 1154, okay.
Yeah, that was terrible. That's terrible.
Housing Lincoln Auto, thanks all the units for the pack.
Yeah, but you can't live your life scared. You know, Red Lotus, you got to let them live their lives. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, it doesn't make it bigger. That's weird. Oh, it did. It made it a little bit bigger. But now I don't like the way that looks. Gotta make it smaller. There we go. Sorry, but calling cops on pot smoking seems silly to me. It seems silly, but if you live below the apartment and you don't like the smell of marijuana, and you know, secondhand smoke from marijuana could get a young kid high. So if I had to live like that, I wouldn't want to. That's a quality of life issue, soul for music. So what might seem trivial to you could be really disturbing to somebody who doesn't like the smell or like anything to do with drugs, and marijuana is a drug. If I was living below that and I had children and that smoke was coming up into my apartment, that would be a serious concern for me, for the safety and the health of my children. And why should anybody have to be subject to somebody else's secondhand smell and smoke from pot? If you want to go smoke it, go outside. If you live in an apartment building, you shouldn't be smoking it so everybody else has to get the smell. So I feel that it is a legit thing to call up on. You know, I feel it's a legit thing as a police officer. I mean, granted, there are, you know, heroin and other stronger drugs out there, but that's a quality of life issue in my eyes. It's a quality of life issue. My kid doesn't smoke. She's a baby. She smells like it from the pot smoking downstairs. Yeah. So I would call the police. Call the police. Make reports about it. I need to know how to convert pesos to dollars. I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that. I don't know. Some say it really irritates them personally. There's no two people are the same.
7-5 Adam, proceed, Cap.
Some people don't have that luxury, Jackie. we could do that all day long. There's tons of comparisons like that.
Sure.
Ron, did you know Andrea is in the hospital?
Give me a second.
Andrea? Oh no. Oh no. She's in the hospital?
Looks like they removed to Jamaica Medical as of
I gotta text her right now.
Alright, 4K.
Okay, I got Meg. Meg sent me a direct message. Okay. Let me email her right now. Okay, so I just sent her a message. Let's see if she answers. Let's get a roll call. Who's new in the broadcast? Let me know where you're watching, city, state, or country, and I'll give you a quick shout out before I leave. So let's see who's new in the broadcast. Hi, Pam Z. Pammy ZB. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I just sent her a message, so we'll see if she answers me. Oh, new in Maryland. Thank you, Tiger Kitty. Please welcome Tiger Kitty, everybody, into the broadcast. Erica Panilla is new from New York. Dispute.
Linden Boulevard, 1427 Linden Boulevard, Chester Street to Rockaway Avenue, the cross. Seats at the Dunkin' Donuts at that location. You have a male white wearing a khaki jacket, black pants, refusing to leave the location, Ken?
Problem at the Dunkin' Donuts. I'm looking back. Okay, Mary.
Also be advised for that location, you do have a prior EDP history, Ken.
Mary, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, Mary. I got it. It came through. It just went by fast. So thank you for the super chat, Mary. Very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. I see you figured it out. All right, let me scroll back and see what I missed. Suffolk County, says Erica. Suffolk County. If someone has breathing issues, yes, it could be a problem. Her daughter had her phone run. She just let me know. All right, let's see if she answers me. When I lived in an apartment building, I had to call the cops one night because I was woken up by my downstairs neighbor screaming for help. That's something to call for. That's something to call for. I burn incense and some of my friends don't like it, says Dawn. Okay, all right. Hello, Pam. Let's see. New from Maryland. All right, now I'm caught up. Let's see. Wow, 46-inch. Trevor, Ron, someone gave you super chat. Dawn, Lori, first time watching. Thank you, Lauren Marie. First time watching. I have been the entire broadcast, and I'm in Brooklyn. Lauren, thank you for coming in from Brooklyn. Good to see you. Good to see you. Joey Brooklyn saying hello to Tiger Kitty. Suffolk County for Erica. Santa Monica, California, says Jen Bolger. Been here a few minutes. Boston. K-Lo, how are you? Soul for Music, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Soul for the Music. 79, thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated. Guy and Jackie talking it up. Veggie Vibes being a jerk. Can't help himself. Love you, Hio. Love you, Hio. He wants fresh coffee. Yes, the guy wants fresh coffee and he's being a pain in the butt. All right, 2 o'clock on the East Coast. 2 a.m. on the East Coast, guys. I think I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you again for the super chat, Mary Christique. Thank you so much for that super chat. Much appreciated. I don't know what PHP stands for, but whatever it is, thank you for that. I guess that's pesos. Pesos? Maybe? I don't know. You're welcome, Kelly. You're welcome. My pleasure. Hi, Lisa1111. Good to see you. XOXO for Erica. Thank you for coming in. Guys, we had a nice chat here. 2 hours and 2 minutes. A long broadcast. My throat is dry. I got to drink some water. I got to go to the bathroom. So a lot of love and respect from Duty Ron. Remember to subscribe to my social media. Twitter, Duty Ron. Instagram, Duty Ron. DutyRon.com. Everything Duty Ron. Go and check out my Patreon page for exclusive content and one-on-one conversations with me every month. So go check out my Patreon page. Thank you to all my supporters, my friends, my family, all the great people in here. My email is dutyron@aol.com. Love and respect from my family to yours. Guys, everyone have a great day. Tomorrow is hump day. Tomorrow is Wednesday here in New York and in the United States. So everybody have a great hump day, and I will talk to you guys all soon. Hey guys, remember, this month is my birthday. This is my birthday month. So we're going to celebrate my birthday all month long. So it is my birthday, and thank you to everyone who has given Super Chat in the broadcast. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Duty Ron's birthday month. I'm going to be 1 more year older. I'm going to be as old as dirt at the end of this month. So thank you guys for all the goodness. Follow Joey, BKLYN_67, Tori Hartman, all my good friends, Dutch Maz, Nabul, all the great ones out here, Duty Ryan, Red Lotus. God bless you guys, and all of my moderators, Winky Whispers, Black Rose 11. I love and respect you guys all. Thank you so much for all you do for me and for the channel. And thank you, Kelly. I'm turning 30. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, thank you. We're going to have an online party for me. We're going to have a big party. Ron, I'll be 60 this month. So we're going to celebrate, Jackie. Me and you, we're going to celebrate. I'm going to be turning 55. So I'm going to be 55 this month. So I'm getting old. I'm getting old. Hello, Dave in Osaka. Holy sweet mother of Jesus. Dave in Osaka's here. Soul for Music. Thank you again for the super chat. Thank you once again for the super chat. I got to stay another couple of minutes. Dave in Osaka just showed up. Everybody follow and subscribe to Dave in Osaka. He is a professional broadcaster, a friend of all, a complete and total gentleman from Osaka, Japan. So go and check out Dave in Osaka for some quality content. He's a great professional live streamer. He is here on YouTube creating professional content. You don't want to miss Dave in Osaka. He's a great guy. Yes, thank you, Winky, for putting up his links. Dave is a friend of mine and all of ours here on YouTube, and he runs a real professional channel. So definitely, I implore you guys to go. He gets the 2 thumbs up. Dave in Osaka, again, a great friend, and I hope all is well with you, Dave. What time is it over there in Japan? What's going on over there in Japan? What do you got? I think it's probably sometime during the midday there right now in Japan. And it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday in Japan. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Excellent. Excellent. There's Dave. There's Dave's channel, YouTube, right there. Joey just put it up. Go and check out Dave in Osaka. Great, great guy. He's a transplant from Canada to Osaka. Don't ask me how he wound up there, but I know he does something with teaching. He's got a great thing for 16 years. He's been over there. I hope to meet him one day. I hope to meet him one day if he comes to the U.S. So I'd like to meet him. I'll be around more. I'm back to work. There you go, Dave. There you go. Hello, Mary London. Good to see you. It's Wednesday at 7:03 in the morning, UK time. Good morning, Mary London. Great to see you. Great to see you, Mary London. A pleasure to see you. Sweet slumber all. Dawn, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being in here and positively interacting. It's always a pleasure to have you in, Dawn. And thank you so much. I took a wrong turn at the Jersey Turnpike and wound up in Osaka. It happens, right, Dave? It happens. That was a heck of a car ride. I can't leave when my good friend Dave in Osaka shows up, so just enjoy it and stop, Hio. Just enjoy this. This is bonus. This is like a bonus period. This is like bonus time. You know, like when you hit in the slot machines and it gives you bonus. Bonus pulls. This is a bonus pull. I'm going to the bird store Friday. Yes. Yes, Lauren. Going to the bird store. Yes, Red Lotus, you know Dave is awesome. He is awesome. Just call me Yaki. Jackie, Ron, sorry. Yaki Jackie? Okay, I'm going to call you Yaki Jackie from now on. Jackie. Yaki Jackie. Yaki Jackie, Yaki Jackie. We need Dave in Osaka to call in. He could call in. I would keep the phone lines open for Dave. But I don't think he wants to. It's 3 p.m. where he is.
1010 Broadway, Jefferson Avenue. Broadway, Jefferson Avenue. It's a tractor trailer stuck under the L train at that location, Kev.
Dave's on a train. He's on the bullet train.
10-4 response, Adam. 7-3 Adam. 7-3 response, Adam's going to pick that up from you, Kev.
Why doesn't Red Lotus call in?
4K, 7-3 Adam. Thanks. 7-3 response, Adam.
They want Dave to go live on his YouTube. Red Lotus, right? He should go live on his YouTube. Popeye and Yaki Jackie. Popeye and Yaki Jackie. I love it.
Lane Cypress Auto, Pacifica.
Let's have Dave in Osaka go live from the bullet train that he's on. I'd be willing to.
That's going to be a 950-950, Kev.
So we're listening to the live NYPD police radio calls. I'm getting ready to get out of here. Your analogies are awesome. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you. I try to do the best I can. Nobody's perfect, but I try to do the best I can. Winky Whispers is on overtime right now. I am paying her overtime right now. Red Lotus is on overtime. These young ladies are getting paid time and a half right now. They are officially on OT. Oscar Tango, whatever you want to call it. They're making cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Ron, I heard Popeye for the first time on my YouTube today. I can't talk on here. Talking on the train is a big no-no in Japan. Dave, this is where a Canadian transplant can turn things around. You could start a trend in Japan and start talking it up on the train and just make it like you just don't know. You're just like, I'm a tourist. I just showed up here today. You guys are on Oscar Tango. Overtime. Code word Oscar Tango. Thank you, wrench ladies. There's gentlemen on there too. Joey's a wrench. He's a gentleman. Dylan's a wrench. He's a guy. It's not just the ladies. We got to give credit to the boys too. We got to give credit to the boys. All right. So that little bastard's doing good. He smells like corn chips. He's a mess. He's a mess. The dumb tourists, they do it sometimes. They work sometimes. The dumb tourist routine does work every once in a while, Dave. All right, listen. I'm live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. I got to wrap this up. Dave in Osaka, good to see you. Everyone subscribe to Dave. Subscribe to Joey, BKLYN_67. Subscribe to Nabul, Dutch Mass, all my good friends, Tori Hartman, all the good ones. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love and respect from Duty Ron. Thank you for hanging out, and I'll see you guys on the next live. So ciao for now, and I'll talk to you soon. Good night. God bless. Thank you for all of your goodness. Peace from Duty Ron. New York City. We're out.